to yet another Random Facts. Yum yum.
What's going on, guys, and welcome back to Comic Scene, and this is Random Fact, and we are continuing the evolution of Marvel from Timely Publications to Timely Comics to Atlas, now to Marvel Comics. So I'm just going to talk about a few fun little facts that I thought were pretty neat in the evolution of said Marvel Comics. And I'm going to tell it with you guys. So this way you guys can learn more stuff about comics if you don't already know, but you probably do, because you guys are nerds like me and you guys love comics. So let's dive in. The first modern comic that debuted, I guess, the Marvel logo, the MC, was Journey Mystery, and Patsy Walker and a bunch of science fiction anthologies, I guess you could say. But in the wake of DC Comics reviving their few characters like all over the spectrum of the JSA, like The Flash and Green Lantern, Marvel, followed suit. They wanted to do it too. In 1961, Stan Lee revolutionized the superhero, I guess you could say. He did it by introducing superheroes that appealed more to an older crowd, like older kids, or not even really kids, but just the older folks, like, people probably like teenagers and up into their 20s and 30s and so on and so forth, instead of solely basing comics strictly for children. Not saying kids didn't dig this stuff, but they started taking, like, I guess you could say, more of an adult approach and more real life situations, I guess you could say. Fun little fact, the first team up by Marvel was Fantastic Four in November of 1961. And one thing you can notice about how Marvel evolved, if you look at their heroes, such as like the Hulk or the Thing, they got kind of like a villain feel, but they're not villains, not even really anti-heroes, even though in the Marvel universe there are a good bit of anti-heroes. Pretty much like, Deadpool. He's like one of the top anti-heroes of the Marvel universe. But if you look at their heroes, they're all flawed and just misfits. And that's one thing, I'm a DC guy, but I do dig Marvel, just because a lot of the heroes in the Marvel universe are kind of like misfits and flawed heroes and just outcasts, I guess you could say. Another fun fact, in like, I guess you could say in like the 50s and the 60s, when the Cold War was really going on, DC didn't really touch base on the Cold War, I guess you could say. Like, if you looked at Superman comics, like, he never crossed our borders and went over there and fought communists and things like that. But around this time of the 50s and the 60s, Marvel actually touched base with communism, like having commie agents fight Ant-Man and things like that. So they, like I said, they really touched on what was going on in the time, and I guess that was just a way to keep people coming back in, you know what I mean? But all in all, this was just some fun little facts about Marvel Comics. I didn't talk much about it just because I want you guys to go and do your homework as well. And also, hey, it's Marvel Comics. We pretty much know what happened from, I guess you could say, like the Bronze Age and moving up to the modern age of comics, And if you guys want, I can do more history, more in depth about what was going on with Marvel and why they teamed up with Disney and things like that. So if you guys are interested in more information like that, leave them in the comments below. And if you guys are enjoying what I'm doing, hit that subscribe button, and all my links are in the descriptions below, so follow me on all social medias that I am attached to, and we'll keep diving into the world of comics and all things nerdy.